that reminds me of? It reminds me of Negan. I think that was Negan who did that. All right, start Facebook up. YouTube gone. Boom. I like this song. I don't know why. I just love it. It makes me happy when I hear it. It's royalty free. Good morning, Ivan. It's a little early for you, isn't it? Wow. First one up in the room. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Gloria. Hold on, you posted something I can't see. I'm trying to share. I'm trying to share my video first. Share my video, share my video. Central Florida checking in. Welcome, Central Florida. Hopefully y'all get that Lake Okeechobee problem solved. Good morning, Megs and Maha. Poison in the lake, destroying ecosystems. That's our job on the planet. Not supposed to be stewards. We're supposed to be stupid. That actually might have been what happened, Gloria. Somebody read it wrong. They were translating the Bible too fast, or the scriptures into the Bible too fast. They're like, be stupid of the planet. Oh, stupid. Okay, we're supposed to be stupid of the planet. Good morning, good morning. All right. Yeah, I'm turning the sound down. How's everybody doing this morning? I think, where am I at? Got that. Bring this up here. I'm actually on time today. We didn't do CPT today. I'm actually on time today. How's everybody doing this morning? Fine. You do? Oh, I didn't finish. I got something to post. Oh yeah. I'm always posting something. I get these thoughts and I'll put them in my device and I'll think about it and process it, but I can't see my comments just posted. I think this one I'm asking people to pretend moisturizing is eating. Pretend when you put on lotion, you're actually dining. Pretend that you're actually eating everything you put on your skin. You don't have to pretend because it's reality. Everything that you put on your skin is absolutely 100% being ingested by your body. So look at the ingredients of what you put on your skin. Good morning, Kati. How are you doing this morning? Everything you put on your skin, your body ingests. I'll talk about that. The first thing I saw, fake news. Good morning, Cindy and Michael and Christine and Deborah and everybody else who came in the rooms. North Korea. Oh, be scared of North Korea. Be scared of the nukes. And I wanted to clarify something for people, just in case anybody who's kind of caught up in that, outside of the fact that nuclear weapons are old news, old school. They have much greater things to murder you with. Better things to murder you with. This idea that we ever wanted to de-nuke North Korea. We don't want to de-nuke anybody. We have no interest in de-nukification. It's not a thing. Pentagon, which is, they say, well, Trump is de-nuking. No, Trump is not de-nuking. It's not how this works. It's not how the world turns around. All that's happening is they just want him to get some Rothschild nukes. See, this is how my mind works. This is what I'm thinking. So this guy is upset, shooting off these old school nukes, real old, just atom bomb type, dirty bomb, barely get off the launching pad, shooting nukes in the air, because he wants new nukes. He understands how geopolitics works. He understands how the Rothschilds and Rockefellers' minds think. See, You can have all the nukes you want. They're not trying to anti-nuke, anti-weapon anything. These are the most violent people in the world. They want all the weapons. Nobody concedes power ever, 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 ever. Power has to be taken, or you have to evolve, and that's not happening. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and the rest of the families, I don't know their names. They don't give two damns about evolving. They care about control. So North Korea is the same thing now. What North Korea was always about. I'm not trying to take anything away from my Trump friends, and I'm not trying to bring down my Obama friends. I'm just saying how the world actually works. They just want him to change direction of his nukes. That's it. All they want, it's not a de-nuke situation. That's not what they need. They need alt-nuke. They just need him to alter the trajectory. Perhaps alter the megaton. Alter the yield of the nukes. So they're not focused at America, but maybe they're focused at Russia, or maybe they're focused at Iran, or maybe they're focused at somebody else. America don't want to de-nuke. They don't want to save the world. This isn't a part of nuclear proliferation. That's not a thing. Billionaires don't proliferate. That's you proliferate because you're evolving. They're not evolving. They got that warrior gene active. So no, we're not trying to take nukes from North Korea. What he's doing is he's got old, rusty, dirty, funky nukes. And he wants brand new nukes from America, because America denied America's nukes too, by the way. Y'all think it's American. Nope, they're not. They're the Rothschild's nukes. You need to get a Rothschild bank. You need to tap into central banking. You need to let us enslave your nation to the central banking system. And then you'll get brand new, shiny nukes with real megaton yields. And focus them in a direction that they ask you to control everybody. So yeah, I'm not even worried about it too. Like the one thing is, they want you to think that you have good guys in Washington. Never do. And if you do have good guys, they're not allowed to do any good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So everything is about control. Everything is about power. Everything is about keeping you in the place that you, which I think I'm in trouble this morning. I was standing in solidarity with my old white men, and people didn't like that. I don't think y'all like it. Y'all cussing me to death. I mean, I didn't say it too hard. I don't think I said something like "old white men's lives matter." I should say that, but I didn't say that. But it's true. It is true, but I didn't say that. What did I say? I was having a little fun this morning. I said most old white guys are okie dokie ride nokie. Stop with the popular racism, y'all. Stop it. You stupid as the real racist. Don't be popular racist. Just don't be stupid. And so, of course, people are flipping out. Oh, Lord, 21 comments already. I'm not even sure I want to read half of it. Sometimes I like to throw a nuke in the room and just walk away. Like, you throw a grenade in the room, just let the destruction. I think it's important. You know, it's just like there's always some 0.01% that run everything, and then all the other populations they like to hide in. The Rothschild know that, and most of them happen to be white males, but they know if they hide in all the other white males, they can get away with murder. They can get away with murdering a world if they need to. If y'all don't control of it. So they hide in the white men. In the liberal universities, they just fall right. Oh, stop white men, stop white men, stop white men. And I'm just like, no, you don't understand. You played, lied, and laid to the side. So I threw a nuke in the room this morning. I try to throw nukes when I can. I threw a nuke in there. Threw a grenade in the room, close the door, see what happens. It's just let people fuss, go back and forth. But yeah. How's everybody doing? Y'all good this morning? Y'all good? Let's get into it. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to show. Like sometimes I see so much of this nonsense, I don't even know where to start. There's just so much stuff. I don't know where. I don't know what I want to start off the show this morning. What we can do? Let's do the dramatic thing. Talking about Smollett. Smollett's still in the news. They're still talking about Smollett. But I think this was a good wrap up.
You and your team.
I like wrap ups. It's good to wrap it up. Wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Now, everybody acted ignorant. Now, what's the wrap up? Smollett. Is that his name? Smollett?
Jussie Smollett faked a hate crime against himself. Now, his career is on the rocks, and the reaction of the public.
Hang on, is he French? Small. Where's Brother Jonathan at? That kind of sound kind of French. Is he French or something?
Has gone from, in some cases, disappointment and in other cases, outright disgust. But there's another scandal here, how the media reacted to his claims. Do Trump supporters just go hunting for black gay film stars on the streets of Chicago in cold temperatures in late hours of the night? Well, you would think that some journalists might question his rather fantastical claims, but they didn't do that. Instead, they let the emotions fly.
Absolutely despicable.
Danny, this is a horrible story, no matter what kind of attack or crime it was.
It's just horrific.
Horrendous and unacceptable.
This is horrible to report.
And this is America in 2019.
Now, celebrity...
All right, I'm sorry, stop. So this is why you don't ever jump to conclusions on anything. This is what adults do. This is why it's important. Now, I don't like to talk about this crap, the drama and entertainment, until it's all done and wrapped up. Because then at the end of it, you get to go back and laugh at everybody that was stupid. You get to go back and laugh at everybody that got pulled in. You don't say anything till you know. And when you know, then you say something. But the wrap up is important because let's see who got played, and it's a prevention mechanism, right? I got played, I'm not gonna get played again. It's just like you go to the club. All right, I gotta give an example real quick. You go to the club and I don't know, there's a guy over in the corner dancing or something, got a jerry curl, nobody wanna dance with him. I know I'm kind of old. This is kind of an old example. I don't think people still have jerry curls. But anyway, nobody wanna dance with him because I don't know, he got some BO or something. Maybe he's dancing, clapping on 3 and 5 or something. You look at the other women and realize, well, why don't the women wanna dance with this guy? You know, you go dance with him and I don't know, slips a roofie in your drink or something. Hopefully nothing bad happens, you get out, you know, but you know there's something wrong with that guy and everybody knows and you don't know. So I think at the end of these things, they wrap up, you're supposed to evolve and realize, okay, if I go to a club and the guy has jewelry hanging down and gold chains and, you know, something wrong with the guy. Nobody wants to go around him. Learning from our lessons, growing the hell up. So let me finish.
Celebrities are prone to a little high-profile virtue signaling, but journalists are supposed to be held to higher standards. Do you remember when MSNBC's Rachel Maddow was sobbing over photographs of children in cages and blaming it squarely on Donald Trump, when it turns out that a similar policy was in place when Barack Obama was in command?
Trump administration officials have been sending babies and other young children to at least three tender age shelters in South Texas. Lawyers and medical providers just...
Do you remember the shell-shocked boy from Aleppo? The media went into an overdrive, fitting this heart-wrenching image.
And I'm gonna give a clarification. Anybody that doesn't live inside the United States, anytime the United States talks about kids, anytime they talk about babies, they're about to play you. They're about to lie to you. Anytime that America pretends and the federal government, they give 2 damns about babies anywhere in their country, down the street in DC, in view of the White House, in the Congressional building. The Senate have a building. They shouldn't have a building. They should live in tents, just with Congress and the White House. Just be tents all over Pennsylvania Avenue. But anytime they give a damn about children, you know they're about to lie to you. Anytime you see a journalist about to cry, you know they're about to lie. This is journalists. They're not journalists, number one. They're actors. They've always been acting. That's all they do is they act. And so if you have a career of acting, then of course they're going to be great at getting you emotional. Talking about babies, putting tears in their eye. They'll play you because, like, I'm a guy. I'm playable. I'm so playable. I know. The time I have girlfriends, they know it too. Why they got to put a little tear in the eye? I'm sorry. I'm laughing because I know I get played. I do because there's something about a woman's face when you look at your woman and she got some tears and you don't want to do something. You don't want to you don't want to go out and wash the car. You don't want to go fix her car. The game is on. You got something important to do. You got to save the world on a Nintendo or something. Those tears in her eyes and you, oh, damn it, may start making you feel bad. Now I'm not saying we'll act because we feel. We'll feel bad about, yeah, the world is a harsh place, honey. I feel sorry for I know, I'm tired too. I work too, damn it. I work 2 jobs. I'm tired, baby. But then we think about, you know, oh, dang it. I ain't gonna get none tonight. Boy, that grass, you know, then next scene flipped. Out there cutting the grass. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. But the actors, right? They're acting. Don't trust anything that seems outside the norm, ever. If your media is pro-war and they murder people all day long, refuse to talk about Yemen, and they won't even help Assange, won't even lift a finger, say nothing positive about Assange, and he actually took on the biggest police state on the planet, murdering children, creating sex trafficking all over this planet, destroying nations. They don't say two damns about a guy that actually stood up for children. They don't care about children. They could care less. It's a job. They're acting, just like presidents. They go, oh, whoa, hang on, you getting a little touchy there. You can talk about my president. All right. If most presidents were lawyers, most politicians were lawyers, and what is the lawyer's profession? Acting. Okay, acting. They get in front of the judge and they act. You get in front of you and they want your retainer, they act. That's all they do. They act for the jury. And then they go into politics, and now magic, all of a sudden they're not actors no more. Now they're telling the truth. So I don't trust nothing. Anytime they start getting them tears, you ain't getting none from the jurors. You ain't getting none. Don't be played.
Into their anti-Russian narrative, even though the actual facts told a different story. But why bother fact-checking when crying is much more effective?
What strikes me is we shed tears, but there are no tears here. He doesn't cry once. That little boy is in total shock. He's stunned. This is Omran. He's alive. We wanted you to know.
So what?
He's alive, and I'm just doing my best. I just want you to know he's alive. Okay, all right. And I'm not laughing at Omran. Omran, that's my homie. That's my little brother. That's my little cousin. Love him to death. But I understand. I'm like, wait a minute. So you want me to know that Omran is alive? And I think that's his name, Omran. Little brother who should have food and water and house and safety, not have drones flying over his head. It's 100,000 Omrans that are dead in Yemen. All right. And how often do they talk about? I got to go to RT and Al Jazeera and look around American news and probably British to find out they're starving and murdering millions of people in Yemen. So I don't trust none of it. All right. So we Smollett. I'm sorry. We Smollett. We're supposed to be on Smollett. Smollett. He's French.
What is all this virtue signaling actually trying to achieve? Well, take it from one of the best in the business.
How do you know you're being lied to? How do you know you're being manipulated? How do you know there's something not right with the coverage? When they simplify it all, and there's no gray. We seem to be doing today is substituting the law and the courts for trial by media.
So, with this kind of atmosphere in the media,
it's trial by media, but I'm sorry. My mind gets thrown off it. How many guys agree with what she just said? Here's a little test. Every guy on here agree. I don't care if you're left, right, center. You know why we all agree? Talking about the problems in the media. Why you got your movies out? Why can't you have you just tell us the? This is why I'm saying and listen. I love pretty women. Don't get me wrong. A lot of y'all love pretty men, but we know the media's fixed the day that y'all don't come on TV with boobylicious things hanging out. These guys that I got the pancake, the makeup, and they look nice and fine. Oh, he's just so fine. President stopped. Obama went up there. Y'all like he took his shirt off on the beach. Oh, I want me some Obama. Ooh, ooh, ooh. When they I gotta do my best. I have to do my best. It's so hard to do this. It's hard. No, it's not hard. It's not hard. So, but I'm just like, you got a media when the people in the media look like you. You got real advertisement when the women trying on the bras and stuff, they look like real women. Like just everything, just six pack and everything. Like the women don't look like that. Neither do guys. They don't look like that. Who look like? You got a bump here and a mole here, some hair growing as long. You got a blotch here, and you got one peck bigger than the other, and one boobie smaller than the other. Like we don't look like that. When the people on TV look like us, then we. Oh, you know what? I gotta finish something. I want to show y'all that open AI thing from yesterday. But let's finish this one. I gotta let it stray. We're always being played. We are always being played. They're always using nuances. Whether it's your race, your birth, your religion, your gender, your sexual preference, your country, whatever it is, them Rothschilds are always playing you. Always playing you. Another good example. We ain't getting the media back. You got to get rid of it. Yeah, we ain't getting it back, because what happened? AT&T? What AT&T do? Y'all see that? AT&T? Shoot. AT&T was in the store shopping. They went down to the grocery store. Hey, looking around, damn it. No, that actually was not the grocery store. They went down to the Earth Domination store. And they went down and look, oh, damn, what we need? We need some milk. We need some eggs. What else we need? How much money I got? I got no money. I got $80 billion in my wallet. What am I going to buy here? Time Warner. Yeah, that's what I want. I want me some Time Warner. AT&T. What they used to be Marabell. Oh, you know, oh, they got Time Warner here. Look, oh, it's a good price too. It's only $80 billion. Took that Time Warner, put it right in that bag, took it to the register, plopped it on the register, took out that $80 billion. So you are not about to get your friends back. I know, I was thinking we were about to get them back. I was thinking we were about to have common sense and critical thought coming back into the family. I thought we were gonna have some normal kind of Thanksgivings again, where everybody just love each other, laugh at politics, and eat some food. Nope, that's not gonna happen. They just bought, AT&T just bought Time Warner for $80 billion. 80. The small size of media now, and what, less than a dozen media companies owning 80% of the news all over the planet, is getting smaller. So it's getting smaller. 5, 6, 3, 2. Like, imagine that's the size of the human brain. That's the size of the intellectual capacity of most people you interact with on every day. It's getting smaller and small. All right, we're gonna keep going. But anyway, that's my point. I want to see ugly people on the news. I want to see everyday, regular people. I want to see the people with the big foreheads and the people with the hair and they got the holes and the George Jefferson and the Afro puffs on the side and the old guys, the gray guy. When you see regular people, Tom Brokaw, they're just giving you news. I want ugly people. Hashtag ugly newscasters. That's what I want. Don't try to play me with anybody. I want people that I see every day. I want the fat lady. I'm sorry, I want the fat. When's the last time you seen a fat lady on the news? Good question. When's the last time you seen a fat guy do weather? But you know, there's some gender issues there. I think a fat guy probably has a better chance than a fat lady. When's the last time you seen a fat? I want to see a lady come on down and sit on at the news table. You know how they sit at the news table? And it's nice and they all skinny and everybody look all nice and everything, like we just go on to church on Sunday. I want to see big, I want to see like, what was that when Martin Lawrence got dressed up as the woman, had the big old belly and everything? Miss Doubtfire, that's what I want to see. I want to see just ugly and gray, and you know how sometimes women get their little hair grow out the cheek? I want to see her. I want to see her like coming in the news table, knocking stuff over and hitting the mic and the mic falling, whatever, and sit down. That's what I want to see. You know why? Because that's real. That's real. You go to your aunt's house, you go to your grandmama's house, that's real people. You go to the grocery store. I want to see people at Walmart on TV. That's what I want to see. All right. I'm sorry, I had to call that. I don't know who she is, and she fine as hell. Don't get me wrong, she fine as hell. I ain't saying nothing. But I don't want news from you, lady. I don't. I'd like to see you at the club or something. I don't want to see no news from you. I want regular people giving regular, bland news. Trying to play with anything about me to get me to agree with you. That's what I'm saying. But I said all that. What she said is true. What she said is true. What she said is true. I'm gonna go back, let her say it again. The guy's like, yeah, go back, let her say it again, because I forgot what she said because she was talking. All right, let's.
How do you know you're being lied to? How do you know you're being manipulated? How do you know there's something not right with the coverage? When they simplify it all, and there's no gray. We seem to be doing today is substituting the law and the courts for trial by media.
So, with this kind of...
She's right. I had to kind of look away. I'm going to talk about her because I can't look at her. So how I know she's right because when everything's black and white, right? Nothing's ever black and white in history. Now, I ain't looking at her at all. Damn it. Nothing's black and white. Everything's gray. Old white men didn't destroy the planet. Nope, they didn't. I don't care what you got to say. Then the people who did it had 2 feet. They had 2 eyes, some eyebrows, and they might have had lighter skin than you. They may not have been your gender, but that doesn't mean all white men want to destroy planets all over the galaxy. That's stupid. Anytime it's black and white, it's a problem. Literally, this is why I'm against races. I'm against this whole race concept. It's just stupid. There is no scientific principle basis anywhere, any way you can group human beings by race. It is ridiculous, impossible, flat earther-ish. Every time you say race, you're flat earther-ish. You know what? Another person I'm upset with now, speaking of being upset, I'm not upset with anybody. I'm not upset. It just bothers me. It bothers me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Sit on the couch, y'all be my psychologist for a minute. It just bothers me. Black History Month. Can we stop? Can we stop? I kind of want to stop. I do. I don't know if it's just me, but it bothers me. Bothers me. If we know everybody came from this continent called Africa, Northern Africa, Egyptians, everybody's Nubian, everybody's related to everybody in this thing that America calls black, because the king and the Lord said that y'all supposed to be black and white now. It's supposed to be Crayolas. Can we stop? If we know we're all related, if we know we're all related to every slave everywhere on the planet at all times, whether that be Irish, black, African, Indian, Egyptian, can we stop and just call it My Family Month? Like, can we give it a positive spin instead of a tribal spin to try to get people over there and people over there and get reverence to certain people? Can we just call it like Cousin History Day, Family Day? Like, give it a name so like the kids, the next generation don't have the same gaslit, brainwashed, tribal, violent conflict concepts given to us by the Rockefellers. Can we do that? So that Kevin Hart, he did the Black History Month special on Netflix or something. I mean, it's a good thing, it's a positive thing, but they always label these things in ways that create more problems than they solve going into the future. That's what I kind of want. All right, let's get back to it. Dang it, I didn't spent half 30 hours, spent 30 minutes on a smell it.
Atmosphere in the media and this level of discourse in American politics, ensuring that justice stays blind when it comes to the Jussie Smollett case gets a little bit trickier. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.
Former Wall Street Journal correspondent Joe Laurier thinks the discourse and the role of these news anchors like us have transformed greatly over the years, not for the best.
Hell no, not for the best.
What has happened is what that film network predicted, that the anchor or the presenter becomes the story. They have their own show now. They're paid enormous amounts of money, millions and millions of dollars a year to be the face of the news, and people are supposed to tune in because of a personality, not the news, and it's an entertainment show, much more than news, and a bunch of people just gabbing, and they're wasting money on those sellers and no longer paying for producers on TV networks to do real reporting. And the people who represent us don't have a journalistic background like they did in the 60s and 70s. They did not work in newspapers. They're actors, they're personalities. They look good and they can read off a teleprompter, and it's and there's people there who are discussing the news, just opinions. So there is no more real television news, unfortunately. It's very sad to say.
Very true. And you know what they say about opinions? Everybody got one. They're like buttholes. That's what they say. It's like, but if they give the opinion, so I guess what he's saying is, and he's right. If the opinion comes from somebody who you like, someone you think is pretty, someone that you relate to, someone who looks like you, somebody that's your race, somebody that goes to church on Sunday like you do and cheer war on Monday. You're more apt to believe it. You're more apt to fall in. And people fall in all the time. All the time. That's why I'm not falling in. Trump says we're going to denuke, so you believe he's denuking. Obama says we're going to denuke. We need to denuke. Said they're the threat. Bush says they're the axis of evil, and so you fall in and you believe it. I believe in questioning everything. Everything. So there's no one concedes power. They don't concede control of you. They don't concede control of your race. They don't concede control of nukes. They don't concede control of anything. They'll redirect the power, but they'll try to keep the power because everybody wants to rule the world. Speaking of war and going to church on Sunday, child marriage on the rise since the war in Iraq. It must be a complete accident. Because we know war doesn't create problems. It solves problems.
ما أتجوز الله خلص دراسة وكان مستقبلي كامل. بس هاي الشغلات كلها ما صارت. انقلبت قلب. تجوزت وبعدها خسرت كل شيء، لا الدراسة ولا دكتورة ولا شيء، قاعدة وحدي.
Why would that happen? I don't go too deep down there because then y'all get me with some tears. But why does that happen? Why do we send 14-year-old girls off to get married? Poverty. Poverty. Survival. People do whatever they have to survive. So if you go to church on Sunday and you're bombing countries on Monday, of course you're going to increase pedophilia. Of course you're going to increase child marriage while you think you're putting up a wall to stop pedophilia. Now, it doesn't work that way. You're either for stupidity or you're against it. You don't get to, that's what I'm saying, it's never black and white. It's always gray. But you got to think these things through. War creates impoverished conditions that create desperate people who do desperate things. And if you are a 13-year-old girl and your choice is be raped by gangs of men on a daily basis or get married to one of the big pedophiles, so only one big man is raping you on a regular basis, that's preferable. That's the world we live in because we believe, and we need to stop believing. I'm not even gonna... There's so much I want to go through today. Designed to divide. Yes, Lori, everything is designed to divide. That's how they... What? WTF, sick bastards. Yes, Ty, we are sick bastards. All of us. All of us, because we support this, we prop this up, we hold it up. That's why I'm not, I don't separate myself out. I pay my taxes, I make money, I support all of it, and that's how they use all of this stuff to create all these problems, because America doesn't actually own its own country. What else we got? We got the prototype of the wall went up. Don't care anything about the wall. I'm sorry, I don't. I didn't care about the wall when Clinton wanted to do it. Didn't care about the wall when Bush wanted to do it. Didn't care about the wall when Obama wanted to do it. Don't care about the wall now. It's not going to solve it. It's not going to fix anything. We got potholes everywhere. I'm praying to Jesus on the way everywhere I go. Will y'all please fill in these potholes? Will y'all do something like this whole, what happened to America first? What happened to America first? When's America going to be first? I was thinking about this morning. I said, you know what? If this is America being first, it was a sinkhole right down the street from the White House. Did y'all see? There was a sinkhole right down the street from the White House. Sending billions of dollars everywhere else. And this is America first. If this is America first, and this is the after effects of hope and change, man, can you imagine who's last? Just imagine for a minute. Who's last? Who could be? What is last? They're gonna need manna from heaven. If Americans and this is what America first feels like, your federal government constantly sending money overseas. Oh my God, starve in your own country. If this is first, if this is hope and change, there ain't no hope in it because there ain't a damn thing changing. All right, let me see. Who's laughing at Jerry Curl? Patricia? I fixed the YouTube comments are messed up. Speaking of racism and hatred for old white men and playing people together. Hold on, wait, it's already started playing. This is a guy Cohen, and I don't even know who. I think he's a special investigator, or he worked for Trump or something. I don't know. I don't care. Make something up. It's not important. These people don't matter in my day. But let's see what he has to say.
He is a racist. He is a con man, and he is a cheat.
Did y'all hear that? Let me go back. I gotta hear it again. These are all horrible things, by the way.
He is a racist.
He's a racist.
He is a con man.
He is a con man.
And he is a cheat.
And he is a cheat. Get behind me, thou with goodeth people, as we proceed to go after this racist, this con man, and this cheater. Horrible, horrible, horrible things. That actually is the funny part, because all old men do that with their lips. They say they get mad. And all right. Anyway, so, and I see the same thing there, right? Because people want to hear that. There's a whole group of people. That's all that day ain't made to somebody called Trump racist. The day ain't going right. The sun ain't coming out. Somebody say he's racist. Somebody got to say he's racist. And he's a con man. I'm talking about three words. Can we do 3 words real quick? Racist, con man, and cheat. In Washington, Oh my God, can you imagine that? What the hell? Somebody let a racist, a con man, and a cheat in Washington? Oh, he must stand out. Oh my Lord, get G. Oh my God. Like, all right, racist. All right, let me see. Washington is destroying the entire human race. They destroy nations and continents of people. They don't give two damns about race. They've destroyed entire ethnic groups. All right, they've paid for all the ethnic groups and all over Amazon jungle and places we ain't never been in South America and Africa, people we never even met, uncontacted tribes, and they're murdering all of them with corporations through economic hitmen. So as far as being racist, you can't even get into Washington, D.C. without not giving a damn about race. And I'm not saying Trump is racist, and I'm not saying he's not. Personally, I grew up in America, and I'm just gonna let all y'all know. You're all racist. All of us are. All of us fall on the spectrum. Racism is a spectrum, y'all. It's a spectrum of generality. We are raised to generalize in this dumb nation, teaching ignorant things through a lost mainstream media. We're all racist. We're all on that spectrum. And from everything from ice cream to the type of sushi you like, to if you like North Carolina barbecue or Texas barbecue. We're all racist. What kind of latte you like? We're all we generalize. I like chocolate, I don't like vanilla. We generalize everything. That person's a Jew. Those people are Christians. Those people know Jesus. Those people don't know Jesus. Generalize. So I'm not worried about that. But in terms of racism, no, you're not allowed in Washington unless you don't give a about anybody or anything but money. So I don't care nothing about the Trump is a racist nonsense. That's stupid. 2, what else it called? Con man? Con man. Can we talk about con federal government? Con man, one con man. Con man versus con federal government. The government that actually was bought by billionaires 1913, 1933 is owned and controlled, where no votes matter, no political parties matter. They all do the same thing. Con men conning people all the time. The election machines don't work. Half time do work. They got an amendment and put electoral college in and just make it so you have no control in your society at all. Talking about con men. Every election, Americans always vote for the anti-war candidate. This is why I give Americans credit, y'all. Don't be so mad. Don't be so rough on the Americans. Don't be so rough on them. They're a little challenge bunch. We're a little challenge, a little feisty little bastards. But Americans always elect, or they have been, as I can remember, they're electing the person who's most anti-war. I appreciate it. I do. When they try to elect, I don't think they. I think the presidents are selected. I think the Rothschilds, they kind of look at the environment and they say, "Oh, who everybody in America want to vote for?" Okay, they want to vote for this guy over that guy. Who can we make the most money on? They'll select a president, But most people that I know of, in general, a lot of people tend to go with the anti-war. Now that person's a con. It's a con. Because the federal government's a con. You can't do what you want to do in the federal government. They control the flow of trillions of dollars. That's a money game. That's a corporation game. That's the Rothschild Rockefeller game. You don't make no laws. They do. You just have people who you like to look at. My God. Can you imagine if somebody with big boobies ran for the president? Can you imagine? What's her name? Laura? Something like that. Can you imagine if she ran for president? We'd be in big trouble. But the same things that happen. It doesn't really matter who's president. Men don't care nothing about that. What's the last thing you called him? A cheat. Who in Washington? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Who in Washington in a powerful position? Somebody who wants to rule and tell other people what to do. Ain't cheating on their spouse. Tell me. Every president cheats on her. I don't care what you say.
No, Obama was a good man. He's a good man. He cheated on his wife. He had 2 kids. And he was just a good father and a good dog owner.
If you start 7 wars, how many wars he start? 7? 8? 9? That's the ones they told us about. You start 7 wars, you dropping bombs all over this planet. Come on, stop. Don't let your mind work this way. Don't let your mind work this way. It doesn't matter if you cheat. Maybe he didn't cheat on Michelle, but damn it, he caused a hell of a lot of cheating. He murdered a lot of wives. So racist, con man, cheat, and they cheat in the American public all the damn time. Potholes all over the country, bridges falling, sinkholes every damn where, right in front of the White House, while they send money overseas to go murder people and destroy other countries. Blow bridges up, stop. Cheating people all the time, all of them. It is a damn prerequisite to get into the federal government. To not give a damn about lying, cheating, stealing, being a con man, looting, colonizing, destroying countries, murdering people, starving poor white kids in the Appalachian Mountains, starving poor black kids in Chicago, starving poor Mexican kids coming through the border who just want some rice and some food. It is a damn prerequisite that you don't give a damn about anything else but your career to get into Washington. So I don't even know who did. I don't even want to watch that. I don't know who Cohen is. I don't watch it. I don't know. I get a piece of it and like, all right, my cue for ignorance is only goes so far. You open a conversation with something that means that everything is going to come after that phrase, the opening is going to be ignorant. I really don't. So I don't know who Cohen is and I don't really care. It's going to be ignorant, whatever he says. It's like people who they start off the conversation. I guess we on race a little bit today. They start out the conversation, wow, people. I'm like, all right, here we go. Lord have mercy. Do you read a book ever? You know, start out the conversation, black people. Start out the conversation, Venezuela. Start out the conversation. And it's just like, you know, everybody in Venezuela thinks something different. You know that, right? You know, all their skin colors are different hues, too. You know, everybody that you call white has a different skin pigment. They're not actually white, y'all. They're not white. Let me... you know, everybody... They're not actually black either, you know, but everybody's different. They're completely different. But if you start off the conversation on generalization, you start off on ignorance, it's hard to keep me there. It's just my mind. I'm thinking I got to paint the store. I got to do this. I got to flip. I got to... I got stuff to do. Damn, am I going to get scurvy? Hey, that's something I was thinking about scurvy. I got my orange right here. Somebody answer this question for me. Do we still get scurvy? I haven't eaten an orange. I'm about to eat. I got 2 oranges right here. I'm about to eat orange because I see it just messed me up. He went to the racist stuff, and I was like, oh Lord, have mercy. And I'm thinking, do we still get scurvy? That's how my mind works. I'm like, that's because it's not important to me what you're about to say next. And then North Korea is gonna denuke and try. No, they're not. No, they're not. Do we still get scurvy? But that's a serious question. Like y'all think I'm playing? I'm not playing. Can we still get scurvy? Is the pharmaceutical industry, are they working on that? In between killing people with vaccines and Tylenol. Seriously. Like y'all laughing at me. I don't know why y'all laughing. I'm trying to be serious. Because I haven't eaten any vitamin C in a, like I think, well, vitamin C is in everything for the most part. Don't we got it because they used to get on the ships and they didn't have the oranges and the lemons and tangerines. Y'all didn't know. Y'all didn't know. Y'all But that's what happens with my brain. I look it up. Y'all ain't gonna tell me. I look it up. Y'all know they ain't trying to tell nobody. But I'll look it up. What else was in the news today? We have see how nobody want to help me. I get scurvy and die. One of y'all can start doing this. Come on here and let people laugh at me. Let me see. No, because we eat vitamin C. But that's my point, Lori. I didn't eat no vitamin C in a minute. I haven't had. That's why I'm scared. I'm scared. I was watching the show. Y'all watch Unbreakable? Great show. Great show. He was scared he was gonna get scurvy. I don't want to get scurvy. What's happening? California boosts speed limits. Damn, go on, California. And Texas has speed limits up to 85. I've never been on that Texas road. Let me see. Donald Trump holds press conference after talks ends without agreement. Oh, okay, that's North Korea. Yeah, I don't care nothing about that. I don't think that's real. I think all of that's fantasy. He's not giving up his nukes. He'd be stupid to. He's either going to keep his old rusty dirty nukes because America will invade and destroy his country, or he'll get the new brand new shiny Rothschild nukes that they might turn around and focusing on your kids because America actually doesn't control the nukes. America doesn't control the technology. Like, you know, I was thinking about the other day. If I were a Rothschild, I always play this game with me. If I were a Rothschild, but I let America gain total dominance of the planet, have all the big military, have the top secret weapons, have the best nukes and Space Force and direct energy weapons and geoengineering and 5G technology and the UFOs. Would I let America do that and challenge my power? Would I be dumb enough to let one nation actually be under God, indivisible, with freedom, democracy, and liberty, run by the people, and let them have the biggest military on the planet that can tell me what to do as a Rockefeller? Would I let that happen? Hell no. Hell no. They're not. You don't climb to the top of greed, destruction, and psychopathy in petrol fuel, dollar denying hemp, cannabis, destroying a planet. Unless you got a plan B. It's always a plan B. Think about it. Think about it. I know I'm trying to break down your nationalism. I'm working on it every day. I'm like, I'm not just trying to break down the race thing. I'm trying to break down all the tribal bull that keeps people apart and keeps the major powers running this planet that have no allegiance. None. Hell no, I wouldn't. I have a plan B. Every time we make a nuke, every time we make a nuke in America, I say, all right, I'm a Rothschild. I print the money. You tell me I can't send my nuclear plans made by my company for my country, which I own, my Federal Reserve, I print the money from. You gonna tell me I can't have a nuclear plan to send them to Pakistan, India, Russia, didn't have plan B and backups? No, I'll let the news say China stole them or something. The hell no, I ain't gonna let you challenge me. I'm gonna have a backup. In case y'all turn on me, I tell you what to do. I'm a Rockefeller. You just America. You just a Pentagon. I bought everything in the Pentagon. From the carpet to the walls that the missile blew up because of to the seat you sit in and the pins on your chest as a 5-star general. I'm a rock. I bought all that crap. Hell no, I give all the plans and nukes to everybody. Make sure I had a plan B in case y'all act up. In case y'all get giddy and think that you want some freedom and democracy. You actually want to control. You actually want to put America first. Hell no. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe I don't believe geopolitics. I don't believe that it works the way that the news says it does. Not only because AT&T just bought Time Warner, but because they always got to keep us divided. And the powers that control everything, they got to keep us in these fantasies of nations. So now we're scared of North Korea, and we're scared of the Russians, and we're scared of Maduro, and we're scared of terrorism. So we can continue to play out this plan by these, 12 families they say that run every damn thing. What else we got? I'm a Rocky feller. Lori, I hope not. I hope not. Shoot, I apologize. Let me see. Y'all got anything, y'all? Because I'm gonna keep going through the news. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Unless y'all got something, let me see if anything jump out at me. Sean is in the house. Let me see. I want to make an ignorant statement. Come next, John. You kind of scare me, brother. You know how you can tell all of America is racist white is the most popular color paint store. See, I told you, it was ignorant. Yeah, you nailed it, brother. Right as usual. That is weird, though. Why is that? Oh, we know, but that makes sense, though. That makes sense. And because, first of all, let's clarify. People that's still in the race game, because I'm not in the game. Y'all still in the game. Let's clarify. White ain't actually white. Okay, white look like sheet of paper. It's white right here. It's on the wall. That white that Brother John talking about. That's that white. Okay, white ain't white. It's actually pink. A lot of people pinkish. A lot of people pinkish, and they go through a spectrum. Human beings are all a spectrum. White, no black. But we have this philosophy, this thing we were given, right, John, that white is clean and dark is dark. Dark is dirty. And that's why but to me, it's indoctrination. It's not like some evil white guys in a room, evil old white guys in a room, males who came up with this idea that we're gonna make white and black. No, brown tends to be dirty, y'all. I hate to say it, it is. I don't. Brown tends to be dirty. That's true. Dirt's brown, but it's an organic, nice brown. Right? You're a gardener. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want the white soil. You want the brown soil. We get played by these words and terms, but we want the white walls. But you know what? I mean, my walls are white, but I think we're told we love white walls, and so we're raised to love white walls. Why? Because we're in America. We're not in Mexico. Mexico, they like yellow walls, don't they? They like orange walls. They like all these colors hurt my eyes. Like, dang, that's your house? How you go in the house without getting Tourette's? I get Tourette's. I don't know. Plus, it's bland. But we're told what to like. That's like that Eddie Bernays stuff. Why we like bacon, egg, and cheese and biscuits and stuff, because we're indoctrinated to be what we are. And it's not actually who we are. It's what they give us, and they normalize it. That's why I'm all a big believer in just let people go be people. Don't tell people what to do. Don't judge people. Let people be people. As long as people aren't hurting people, I'm good with everything you do. That's what I don't believe. Again, I'm a Bob Marleyism. Every law is illegal. Every single law is illegal. Because the idea that the Rothschilds drew some borders around this planet and you got to be a slave to that and you got to make your kids a slave to that, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid to have allegiance to the billionaire psychopaths that designed and carved up the world and told you that you are this. I think that's a mistake. I think that's stupid. Hey, Ish, welcome. Let me see. What else was in the news? Smart speakers. More technology. They're rolling out. What, the smart speakers are supposed to report you now? So they got the smart speakers that they're listening and they want to turn them on all the time. So if something's happening, that could be interesting. We can go jump into that. RT America, see what they got to say. And just to clarify, because people always say, why you always look at the news from the Russians, the Ruskins, the Ruskas, the Ruskies? Well, because they're supposed to be in opposition to what I hear all damn day. That's why. It's like the daycare, the whole daycare scenario. Two kids are fighting. You don't just go pick one kid and listen to that kid and that kid gives you the whole narrative. I'm a big believer in you listen to what the enemy has to say. And somewhere in the middle of what Russia says, in the middle of America says, might actually be a little bit of the truth that the Rockefellers, who own both of them, own both nations, don't really want you focused on. I'm okay with I don't really know how all of this works, geopolitics, but I know they want me to be American or they want me to be Russian. I'm not gonna be neither. I'm at least gonna fall in a crack where I'm not supposed to be. That's all I'm gonna do. I know they want me to be white or they want me to be black, but they want me to be wave energy. So I'm gonna fall in that crack. They want me to believe everything alien. They want me to believe aliens don't exist. So I'm gonna fall in the crack. I don't be in the crack. I just want to be in the spot I'm not supposed to be. That's me. I'm not supposed to be there. I'm not supposed to be where you say I'm supposed to be. They want to be Christian. They want to be Muslim. They want to be atheist. They want me to be Islamic or Muslim, or Hindu or Taoist. I decide, you know what? I don't be none of that. I believe in Jesus. I think he was a real person. If that was a person thing, I believe in ancient scriptures and what they said, but I believe science too. They want you to be a pro-vaxxer or an anti-vaxxer. And I'm a no-vaxxer. I don't believe in corporations. I don't believe in laboratory experiments. I'm not an experiment. I don't think you should experiment on children. That's what I think. I think we did fine for millions of years without your vaccines. If people want it, fine. They don't, fine. But I do want people in the laboratory figuring that crap out. Because you never know if that could save us down the road. GMO, it gotta be GMO or against GMO. I don't give a damn about GMO. Just don't put it in me. Don't put it in children. That's all I care about. But I want the engineers in the laboratories working on GMO, because you never know, the aliens come, we might need to do something. All right, so anyway, let me show you this. Technology, using technology for dumbness instead of helping people.
Academics are suggesting that gadgets like the Amazon Echo and the Google Home, those things you put in your house and you talk to them, they, do whatever you need to get done, I guess. But they say that they should be enhanced with ethical software. They want it to have a morality feature that could, for example, report the illegal activity of its owners to the police. For more on this, sorry, I didn't mean that reaction. That was supposed to be an inside thought, not an outside thought. For more on this, we're going now to our NRS correspondent, Michelle Greenstein. I really didn't mean to do that. It just kind of caught me by surprise, even thinking that there could be a device in my house that could call the police on me if I raise my voice at my children or something. That's nuts!
No, yeah, I feel quite similarly, and it's tough for me as a journalist to not editorialize because, not to be dramatic, but I think this is the beginning of the end, computers being moral arbiters. But let's get into the story. So one professor actually touted this concept at a conference on artificial intelligence in Hawaii earlier this week. She suggested that these digital assistant type devices devices like the Google Home or the Amazon Echo should possess a digital awareness, that they should have an internal discussion within themselves about the data that they collect, and then they should take into account both the law and personal freedoms when deciding what the right thing to do is. So here's what she told the Daily Mail. If we want to avoid our Orwellian outcomes, it's important that all stakeholders are identified and have a say, including when machines shouldn't be able to listen in. Now, I think she's actually complicating this. I think if we want to avoid Orwellian outcomes, we should not have machines with a permanent listening mode. If we want to avoid Orwellian outcomes, then maybe, you know, we shouldn't live in a society with constant surveillance.
But think about just from a rudimentary level, right?
Let's get rudimentary on it. What's really happening here? When the teacher leave a room, the teacher used to get a chalk to Johnny. Sell out, right? Because why? Because Johnny is going to make sure that y'all do your work. Teacher said, I'm going to give y'all 5 minutes to work on your homework. I got to go to the bathroom. Done had some coffee this morning, got the bubble guts. I'm going to the classroom. Johnny, I want you to take names on the board. And she gives the chalk to Johnny. Johnny feel all from the desk. Because the desk we had, we didn't push it away. We had to scoot out. See, and that's why we had no fat kids growing up. We had like 1 or 2 per school, but that was it. Because you couldn't actually go to school because you had to fit between the desk and the chair with the same device. I was a little chunky, so sometimes I had to think about getting out before I just couldn't just get out like y'all skinny kids. And so Johnny would get out his desk, go up there to the desk, start taking names. And that's what these listening devices are. Why? Because the Rockefellers run your world and they want to know what you're up to. They put governments in control of you to make sure you don't break the laws, which are all illegal. They need to make sure they know what's going on with you, and it needs to process like Johnny and tell on you in case you roll up a note and write I love Tanisha and fold it up and hit Tanisha in the back of the head. They need to know what you're up to. Now, good positive things can come out of this and bad things can come out of this. But in general, I'm against your laws. Like I believe my neighbors don't have to do what you say. I believe my neighbors are sovereigns. I don't believe that you get to tell my neighbors how to live. I think, but let's listen to the rest.
I'm a dad, so I have 4 children, 2 dogs, a wife, and there's all kinds of conflict in our house sometimes. And sometimes my wife and I get mad at each other and we kind of yell at each other. Sometimes. And she's always right, by the way.
Gotta say that on air.
Yes, honey. And then there's the kids. I'm a dad. We're playing all the time. We play these games where I'm the bad guy and I'm gonna kill you. I'm playing, right? Play acting.
Right.
Could you imagine if I said that to one of my kids and suddenly there's a knock at the door, knock, 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 woo, 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 woo. The police have arrived.
Right, because of something you were joking about.
Something I was joking about.
But even further than that, let's say you were actually going to kill someone. Does that like situation warrant this kind of surveillance? Yes, we may be able to catch criminals. We may be able to even prevent criminals. In some situations, save lives. There was a case in New Mexico where a smart device listened in on a domestic violence dispute and called the cops, and the cops were like, hey, if we didn't have that smart device, you know, the woman ended up being injured.
What are we giving up for the sake of catching that one bad guy?
And that should be a public debate.
And that's a very important question.
Exactly.
And I am so glad you brought it to us.
Thank you.
Did I tell you my wife is never wrong?
I did hear that. You should probably say it a few more times.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the record. I'm Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, see, first of all, his wife is Rick Sanchez is funny. He's like, but he made a good point. I'm a single dad. My boys are grown, but you know what? Man, you know how much trouble I'd be in if they having them devices on all the time. Now I got one. It ain't on all the time. No, I got me I'm not gonna tell you which one I got because I got hackers on there. They probably try to hack into it. I got one, but I keep it unplugged. But I'm a single father. We like to fight. Get down on the kids, tackle and whatever, and kind of playing around. And all of a sudden, the police show up at the door. Mr. Black Man, what are you doing in there? It gives this sense of now the kids are like, oh, Dad really ain't running things, huh? The government run things. The police run things. Dad really ain't in control. But outside of that, it's scaring kids and indoctrinating further. But it's stupid. It's stupid. And then people say, you know, there was that case in Texas where I think she just said it. I wasn't paying attention. No, I was thinking about my scurvy. Take it where they saved a woman who was being beat Something like that, domestic violence. Technology is a great thing. It is a tool. But the reality is the tools are only going to have the benefit of the people who are in power, who are behind the tools. And right now we got psychopaths in power behind all the tools. So I'm not really interested in them having any more power. Can we save lives with Tattletale Johnny in everybody's house? Absolutely we could. Absolutely, positively. But is it a good idea to go with it right now when the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and central banking control all the banks, the CIA, the FBI, the DHS, Homeland Security, and what all of they do? The police and the police state and all the politicians and the government, if they control all of that? Is it a good idea to let them decide ahead of time what happens in your house? And people are like, well, I wouldn't buy Alexa. I'm not going to buy Google. I'm not going to, you know what? You don't have a choice. You think they're rolling out 5G because you choose? You think they're rolling out 5G to tie into Alexa? No, they're rolling out 5G to tie into every. 5G is going to tie into your phone, banana, the apple, the orange, the dishwasher, the groceries, the microwave, the carpet, the walls. It's all because of the Internet of Everything. They want everything connected. So they're gonna have listening devices and microphones and everything because it controls us. But that's why we have to make these decisions ahead of time. We can't make them after they do it. Nobody concedes power without force. You got to make these decisions ahead of time. Once they actually get this stuff in place, they're not pulling it out. And people will never let it go because it'll be so convenient. It's how they play us. That's what I'm saying. Stop it with your fighting old white men. Old white men are okie dokie, just like old black men, like old black ladies, like old white ladies, like old Asian ladies. And old people good, y'all. Old people, they got a lot of elder wisdom. Wisdom is a good thing. We gotten too far past wisdom. There was some other show, y'all, but I am out of time. I got to get the hell out of here. I'm gonna look at the comments. I gotta run. I have to, what I got to do? I pick cotton. That's what I got. I got to pick cotton. Oh, let me see. Gee, we need to rest you for not eating enough vitamin C. Well, Lori, scurvy might take care of that, girl. But I'm gonna eat this. I need to find out how much vitamin C am I supposed to be eating because I have no idea. All I know is to kill us, and I think it stopped killing us. I have to look it up and see if anyone died of scurvy lately. But remember this, you put your lotion on, you're actually eating. I think YouTube is broke. I'm gonna try to fix that real quick so I can see the last couple comments on there. I'm sorry, YouTube, I don't know what's happening. Google ain't my friend no more, I guess. Or it's just something going on. My laptop getting old too, I might have to replace it. Let me see, I'm gonna be an old white man in a decade or so. All right, Brother Johnny, we love you for that. Nothing wrong with old white men. And then you know the other problem I hate with that, Brother Johnny, is little kids looking at that. Little kids listening to people who are supposed to be adults talking popular racism. That's the problem I have, right? Because now you're training this little 4, 5, 6-year-old little boy that, oh, I'm bad because I'm white and I'm gonna grow up and be old one day. Grandpa Pop is bad because he's an old white man. Like, stop. We gotta let this go, people. We got to grow the hell up. Don't come with your popular racism. We almost solved this stuff until your politicians, your leaders, and your little movement group, people who want to write books and politicians want to get elected, and they all want to have these little protests, got you acting stupid. Because they said your president's racist and everybody in the damn country's racist. Because they got you on some racism like the immigrants are taking your job and you know it's AI. You know it's dumb eye. It's not AI, it's mental illness eye. I did want to touch that for a minute. Because hang on, let me see if I got that queued up. I have to go, but I did want to, I think I put the link up there yesterday for OpenAI's media thing. Let me see if I can find that real quick. OpenAI, what was it? It was the unicorn, right? The unicorn. Anybody see that? The unicorn thing? I think it was right on their website, if I'm not mistaken. OpenAI's texting triggers concerns and alerts. I think that was it right there. Did y'all see that? Anybody read that? I posted it yesterday. Our concerns with OpenAI, because remember, hang on, let me see. Is this it right here? Here, people don't have to do all of this crap to make money. This is my problem. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I actually wanted to read you the text. Ah, damn it. Yeah, never mind. I ain't gonna read it. It doesn't really. Well, it matters, but I'm getting all of this crap. Getting all these pop-ups and stuff. I'll post a discussion on it. It was a good reading through of how AI can invent the news and make it sound very legitimate. And they're fantastic at it. Unicorn story written by AI. Thank you, Ish. That's maybe was that how to do it? All right, I'll give one more shot. One quick shot. Unicorn story, but I want to go to written by AI. Boom. I want to go right to their website because I went to Forbes and I had all of these pop-ups and crap. As if Forbes doesn't have enough money. They got to put all these ads on it. The story jumper, the mystical unicorn. I don't see it. Natural foods. No, that's not it. Save the unicorn. I saved the unicorn. What the hell? This is America, y'all. Hilarious. All right, I'm not gonna find it, Ish. I'm sorry. I'll post the link. But the point was, it made a believable story about unicorns, and it made it sound like real news. Of course, we'll make something stupid. That's the only thing our government will allow. Right, John? Well, it's going to be something that controls us. It's going to be something that makes sure, because they can't trust the police. And they can't trust the news either. Like, the journalists are liars and actors right now, but eventually they won't be able to trust that. They got to build these fantasy worlds and keep America in their little fantasy world. America first. Hope and change. Got to keep the black people in their little world. Whitey, get Whitey. Have some pride. Black Power Month. You know, and then and keep the white folks in there, the rednecks in there. Oh my God, they're taking a job. What the hell? You know, and keep the Christians in their fantasy world. And that's what I think AI will be used for. It's going to be used for inventing stories, making these fake media people, using to police people to keep them in these fantasy worlds, because they always want to, nobody concedes power. They want to continue to use the division and technological advancement to digitally keep you stupider. That's what they want to do. Let me see. No prescriptions, no vaccines, no smart TV or appliances. Car is 30 years old. I'm happy with that. All sounds good. Heaven. I learned today that all people named John are a snitch. What did John snitch? Paul, did John? John, you snitch? Man, snitches get stitches, brother. You need to watch that. Racism. Wait, oh, brother, racism is real. The problem is the powers that be have taken it to us as just a form of control. Right, exactly, Terry. See, and this is the other thing. You know, I have a lot of people who just put flat out, no, racism is real. I don't want anyone to think, oh, anything, yeah, racism is real. No, I had a cousin that did. That's why I can't talk to my family. I was telling my family something. They're like, you don't believe in racism. You don't believe in racism. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Racism's real, baby. It's just not where it's not where they say it is, right? Racism is like rape. Racism's like rape. Rapism, racism. They're different words, a couple letters different, but they're the same thing. You got a lot of people who scream rape and they weren't raped. They were just touched in the butt. I'm sorry, it's not rape. I'm not. People try to. There's a big feminist movement. I know, y'all think I'm on your side. I'm not. I'm not. Somebody touch you in your butt, that's not rape. I'm sorry, it's not. Somebody call you some names, that's not rape. I'm sorry, there is no white rape and dark rape, okay? If somebody violates your body, that's rape. And when you call fake rape, then you give attention to the fake rape people, the people who just got issues and need help. And maybe the people that have real issues that need help. But my concern are the little girls who are being violated by grown men in Iraq and other places around the world. Real rape. Not Congress rape, not I can wear the white shirt so it's okay that women's rights are being taken all over the world. Nah, I'm talking about real rape. So rape and racism is like rape. So I want the world to focus on where the real rape is happening. Think about that. I want the world to focus, and this is what Brother Terry's saying, focus on real racism, right? We have real problems. We do. But when they bubble up, it falls into the static of everybody who's like, oh, the racism took my job. Really? Racism took your job? Hang on, whoa. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying, all right, I'm just going to give an example. And my heart goes out to the brother, don't get me wrong. The brother who had the job, he was making like $200,000 a year working for the Ford Motor Company, whoever it was. And that was some real racism. That really was. He had to quit his job. But where I am with that, okay, you had to quit your job because racism took your job. That's a bad thing. But I kind of think pulling somebody behind a car, burning crosses and burying them in the swamp, I don't know. I think that's kind of more racism we need to focus on. I think that's a little more racist. I think Donald Trump in office, darn Mexicans. Did he ever say that? I don't think he actually said that, but you say he said that. I think that's bad, but that's not the racism we need to focus on. You know, there are real people who have real problems who grew up in starved, impoverished environments, and they're hating the wrong people. And we can help them, and we can fix that. But they don't want you to help that. They don't want you to fix that. So all of these groups are supposed to be fighting racism. They ain't fighting racism because all their leaders make money on racism. So they want you to fight every damn thing so they can make money on every damn thing. They can write a bunch of books and get a job in political office and make an industry out of the problem. That's why I don't have nothing to do with no civil rights movement. I have nothing to do with it. It meant something in Martin Luther King's day, but it's grown into a sellout movement of keeping racism around because it makes money. Same thing the federal government does. Is why I've been hitting on the government, but it's people too. We do the dumb stuff too, and we get behind the dumb stuff because they write law to make money out of problems. The same way we join groups that have leaders who make careers out of problems. You want to fight racism, get some love, get your bucket, start taking that money out your bank account, take that $200,000 and make sell that car, start putting money in a bucket, and walk on down to that little town of Charlottesville, wherever you find all them racist people are, and just start handing money out. Give them ham sandwiches and money. Here you go. I love you. 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 That's how you fight racism. You don't fight racism with Sharpies and signs. You don't fight racism with book deals. All right. So racism is real, and it's a very true thing. But the static makes money. You know, for the same reason the media gets us going. Who said it racism? Exactly, Paul. Racism sells. It's hot. It's a hot ticket. In the Paul, it's a hot ticket. Boy, you say racism, you say genocide, don't nobody care. You say warlords, don't nobody care. You say raping kids and child marriage in Iraq because of your wars to steal oil, nobody cares. You say we're about to destroy Venezuela where rape isn't like an epidemic to make it one, nobody cares. Damn it, you say racism. Oh my goodness, either side, boy, you get white lives matter over here or black lives matter, some racism done popped up somewhere, oh my goodness, the news will flock in, you'll have arms of people on the other side to come and people, the papers, and this is why the news loves it. Some drama will happen and then they're writing and making up the stories, get the booby lady out and she can make a newscaster. All right, I'm losing it. It sells. You know, it's not so much because racism sells, it's just drama. Drama sells when the majority of your population is childish. I hate to say it, but that's just real. When the majority of your population is emotionally childish, then really dumb things can make an awful lot of money. But the problem is a lot of good people get hurt because the real people who need help, the real women who are in dangerous environments, the real women being abused by spouses, the real husbands being abused by, I laugh. I shouldn't have laughed. I know. Husbands are abused too. Y'all be nice. I laugh. It's my fault. But the real people in harm's way, we can't help. When the real racism pops up, we can't do anything about it because everybody's off on fakeism. Fake racism, facism. Facism, that actually makes sense, facism. Because it's on face value, you get that faces. You're not getting it. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Fight racism, taking a hot pot and soup to the neighbor if they're sick. Exactly, Ish, you take care of people. And who showed us that? Earl Dixon? Nah, damn it, I keep saying the wrong name. Earl Dixon, he got the bow and arrow and he shoots zombies. Earl I'll post the video. I'll go find out his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That blues singer went down to the Klan and started dancing and singing and fell in love with the Klan, the black blues singer. He went down there and loved him. And they're like, oh, gosh darn it, we used to hate Negroes, but now I kind of like Daryl. Gosh darn it. Daryl, can you play that song again for me? Oh, that boy can sing. I tell you what, I can't stand most of them, but that dang Daryl. They invite him to the house. He go play with the kids. They play with the little white racist kids. They all play half fun like, oh yeah, this guy's okay. You know, we like Negroes, Daddy. He done brought his toys and a guitar, Daddy. You know, what do you think will happen to the next generation? The kids won't grow up with the same anger and hate that Daddy did. That's how you solve problems, people. These problems were all solved. It's not like Martin Luther King didn't tell you, he did. Not like John Lennon didn't tell you, he did. It's not like Gandhi and well, I guess they say Gandhi was fake. He actually, he's Fondy. There was like a real Gandhi behind him. Harsh was educating me on that, but I forgot his name. All right, let me see. Let's type it in. Oh, I missed some YouTube stuff. Humans are too predictable. They need to replace our jobs. Humans are too unpredictable. So they need to replace, yeah, right, they need to replace our job. I gotta pick that up. I can't even see it. I'm getting old. But they also need our creativity. What a dilemma. Ish, I love what you're saying, but I don't think it's a dilemma. I think it's easy. Human beings are good at creativity. They're good at love. Robots are good at every damn thing else. But people don't want to admit that. And that's why they're fighting the robots from taking their jobs, like the horses fought the cars from taking theirs. If something is designed to do a job, it's going to do it well. And robots are designed to do everything we do better than what we do. Eventually, somebody's going to figure out how to paint better than you, make better music than you, raise your kids probably better than you. I know I'm going to get in trouble on that one. Lori don't like that, but the reality is, these robots will observe. They'll figure out how to hold a child up, change the diaper while feeding the other one and testing the other's Infamil to make sure it ain't poison and ain't putting pesticides in it while they're spanking the other one and talking to the other one and helping another one with the math. They have like 10 arms. Everything we do, if you design something to be better at it, it'll be better. We're designed to be biological creatures on this planet, being creative, solving problems, and evolving our immune systems without vaccines. That's what we're designed to do. Everything else we suck at, you know, and so we need to stay in our lane, they stay in their lane, and everything's good. I don't think people should have jobs. I think people should just live their lives. Whatever that is, you should be living your life. We've so evolved past having jobs for corporations. It's just not even funny. It's not even funny. There actually was something in the news that made me think about that, and I missed out on it. Heck, nabbit. It was something that was a good example of that. U.S. has no funds for the infrastructure, but plenty for empire. Yes, they do. Because America is never first, because we believe it when they say that. We hope and change never lands here nor anywhere else, because we believe it, because we like what we see. The conflict escalates in Kashmir. The pilot, but all right. So that was another thing that was important. I'll mention is Pakistan is giving the pilot back. They're giving the India pilot back. So this man went to Pakistan, dropped a bunch of bombs and killed people, and Pakistan is sending him back. Where's Assange at? Did Assange fly to the UK or the US and drop some bombs? No, he didn't. They ain't getting him back though, are they? They're not freeing him. I want to think about that. U.S. general optimism about the future of Korean Peninsula. Well, the Koreans are figuring it out without us. That's why I'm optimistic. That's not it. That's not it. That's just funny. I'm sure. This was funny to me. Probably not funny to anybody else. I thought this was hilarious. What is this called? This is called the world's fastest interpreter sprints to Kim Jong-il's young dong aide. I guess he's walking down to the crowd, about to give a speech, and they realize, oh damn it, I was supposed to be in place. I was supposed to be in front of him. And the dude takes off. Oh no! Y'all see that? He started translating. Yeah, did you see? That's fear. Like, look at it. Look at it. Look at the guy. Kim was coming down. The guy's like, oh, damn it. Damn it. I was eating my sandwich. I was eating some whatever. And the Kim is already down there. Oh, he's going to murder me. He's going to kill me. I got to get down there. And he just started running. Y'all see it? Look, right there. Like, oh, shoot. There I go. Go, 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 go. Why? Because Kim was going to hang him by his balls. That's why. He probably did anyway. Probably did. Fear is a mother. Fear will get you to act stupid. That's but anyway. That why Americans send their kids to college. And that's why they go fight and they put on that suit for that resume. Because if you don't become beneficial to the Rothschilds and their massive corporations all around this planet, you will die. Oh, this was good. I thought this is important. I gotta get out of here. But look at this. Look at this. This is internet. Ready for everyone and everywhere. The Soyuz rocket lifts off, sending up the first OneWeb satellite. Russia's sending up their internet. This is what I was telling you. This is a good example of the fact that, you know, you say it's American national pride. No, they're doing the same thing we're doing. That'll tie in with 5G. That'll give internet to everybody, and this is how it works. They're doing the same things we're doing. We're doing the same things we're doing because the people are telling them to do it, just like Donald Trump and Barack Obama, the same people calling the shots. Everyone want the same thing. It's all about control. So, of course, they're going to send their satellites up for one world internet. They want to control what people see, just like your government wants to control what you see. Hold on, wait. Outrageous attempts to artificially create pretexts to military. Yeah, well, we know they're lying about Venezuela. Something I wanted to show you. Oh, is this it? This is it. This is it. I think this is it. This might be it. All right, I'm going to watch this. We're going to watch this one anyway. I think that's what no, that's not what I wanted to show you. I hate commercials. We live in strange times. No, we live in stupid times. Right,
been found guilty of discrimination after it rejected an applicant who is a white, heterosexual male. That is the decision reached by an employment tribunal in northwest England. Cheshire police were in the middle of a diversity drive when they turned down 25-year-old Matthew Furlong, who wanted to follow his father into the force.
It has completely shattered my confidence in the police force recruitment system. Had I lied on my interview form and said I was bisexual, for instance, there's a strong possibility I would be working for Cheshire Police now, based on a lie.
Cheshire Police say they are aware of the tribunal's decision and have agreed to review the results. Matthew's lawyer says it is the first discrimination case of its kind in the UK. We put the issue up for debate with Stephen Morris from the English Democrats Party and political and social commentator Mo Anzar.
What they're doing is they are blatantly discriminating against people. So any trust people have in the police is going to be gone. You know, how can you trust them when you know full well that they are not looking to recruit the best people for the job? They are just recruiting based on ticking a box.
So in fact, what we see, Stephen and the others who might think like him, is that discrimination and treating people less favourably, but for their race or their protected characteristic, has been going on for decades. And ostensibly, sad to say, by white heterosexual men. And they have had the jobs, they've had the lion's share of income. Even though we monitor equal pay, they will still have the lion's share. And so positive action is about redressing a balance. It's about saying that when things are imbalanced,
no. Positive action is racism. Positive action is discrimination.
No, sorry. Stephen, I'm sorry. I'll correct you on a matter of fact and a matter of law, having taken race discrimination cases all the way to the Royal Courts of Justice. No offence to you, Stephen, but this is now
I do as well. I'm actually a trade union official, and I deal with race relations cases on a daily basis. So I do know employment law.
And as a trade union.
Right, and racism is racism. There's nothing positive about it. When you discriminate against somebody based on their colour, it is racism. We've seen racism in the police force now. Racism is wrong. It should be done on merit, nothing else. Right? Now, if you're saying positive action, that's just another word for racism and discrimination.
Stephen,
that's all it is.
When we look at positive action, we're talking about underrepresented minorities, whether they are black, whether they are Muslim, Jewish, gay, bisexual, transgender, older people. We need policies which are fair in society. And absolutely, you are right. And the Employment Tribunal potentially is right in its finding if they have treated him less favourably but for his sex.
No, it's not potentially right. It was right in its findings.
Question. He was saying if he was, well, let's see. I mean, appeal.
I'm stopping with that. We need fair policies in society. Question: is society fair? Is society fair? See, to me, this isn't a debate. Like, I think they both have great points, but it's not really a debate, right? So can you deny somebody a job or access to a college or whatever because of their race and it not be racism? No, it's racism. There's no positive racism. There's either racism and discrimination or there's not. But what are we gonna do about the police? Stop believing in your fake society. You know what's wrong? Why does somebody want to be a police anyway? Well, okay, outside of the reason I want to say they want to be a police because it makes money. It's a way to make money. It's a way to put bacon on bring the bacon home. It's a way to put beef on the table. So now what if people didn't have to work for a living? What if they lived for a living? What if everybody born on this planet is related to everybody who's made all the technology, and they didn't make that technology for the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, but they made it for you. They made it for their grandkids and their great-grandkids and their great-great-grandkids so that it could grow all the food that they need. It could build their house for them so they can just live for a living, not work for the Rothschilds and Rockefellers corporations for a living or government. See, to me, when you take money out, it's easy. People need money to survive, so they'll do anything and they'll fight over the job to survive. When anybody can grow up and be a police, guess what? Anybody can be a police. Doesn't really matter. You can have 1,000 police, you can have 5. I think you got too many laws, but when they don't have to do something, then you're not so worried. If the brown people in that society feel they need more police, then they just go join the police, and there's no reason to say no. Why? Because there's no competition. If you want to help, you can go help. Money breaks everything. Taking away a species' ability to survive, to force them to do something like get a job, to make money, to actually have a life, like not denied to flies and mosquitoes and everything else on this planet. You break everything. What broke the whole world is this need for human beings to have money. So to me, you know, and it sounds like, if you're new and you're like, oh, it sounds utopian. It's not utopian. This is very old technology. The Rothschilds and Rockefellers could have fed the whole planet. The governments, if they actually were in control and they put their citizens first, they could have fed all their citizens and housed them all. And it's not called socialism. It's called using technology we have to help the people who are living. It is actually that simple. And then you wouldn't have to use positive racism. Right? Everything is scarcity-based model. Everything is conflict. Everything is to get you on that side, fighting them on that side. And that's how the Rothschilds, Rockefellers make big money. That's the world devil Bill made by starving his children, especially John D. Rockefeller, into creating this psychopathic model of get a job to make money to stay alive. That's what broke the world, and that's what keeps it broke. None of these discussions, I always look at the news and I look at the arguments, and I see that they're all lined up to kind of keep and perpetuate the system, not fix the world. The world is fixable, but you got to get outside of your bigotry to fix it. We're all born bigots, and we got to escape it. And get the last couple comments, I'm gonna get out of here. I did want to show you that for last minute. I had to get that off my chest. Feel better now. Had to get off my chest, the chest where one nipple is bigger than the other, probably, because they ain't nothing ever the same. Everything. All right, let's see. Yes, Brother Don. Live for the living. Zeitgeist Addendum. Please watch the Zeitgeist Movement. If you have not watched a documentary for the Zeitgeist Movement, please watch it. It will evolve you. It will take your brain to the next level. Send it to your friends. Share it out. Thank you for sharing my video if you did. Thank you for subscribing and liking and all of that stuff and commenting. That's how we try to get the message out to other people that we don't have to continue in this conflict. Rape doesn't have to exist anymore. Racism doesn't have to exist. All the reasons people conflict can go away. The reason India sends bombers to Pakistan can go away. The reason the Rothschilds have bought American government to go murder people in Venezuela, all of it can go away. It's just up to us. It's the decision that we need to make. The trust left decades ago, right? It should have. Nobody should trust the police. And it's not about the police. It's not an anti-blue thing. It's just the establishment owns them, and the establishment is owned by Rothschilds and Rockefellers. That's why they took everybody's rights away. And the police just want to put bacon on the table. They just like you, just like me. They just want to eat. So I don't blame them. It's policing that's broken. It's because we live in a world where we believe in a conflict-based model. We believe in survival of the fittest and letting the weakest starve and die. And we're supposed to be evolved out of that. That's what the aliens tried to teach us, y'all. The alien Jesus tried to teach us. The alien Muhammad tried to teach y'all. That's what all the aliens tried to came and said, love everybody. Love everybody. Daniel. He said, why are they going back to the question of why they want to be police? Because they were bullied a lot of ways. Yeah, Daniel. And that is actually pretty proven, right? Because people grow up and that warrior gene gets turned on, y'all. I kept locking Johnny in the closet because he was taking names and wrote your name down too many times. You got detention. She locked Johnny in the closet, in the locker. And Johnny grew up. It was like, hell no, that ain't happening again. That warrior gene started clicking while he's sitting in that dark locker. Mad as hell, looking out through the little slits, watching everybody go to class. He get, let me out, let me out. And everybody, nope. Johnny wrote down my name too. I ain't letting Johnny out. Johnny, I ain't telling nobody. And y'all left him in that locker. And that Johnny grew up. That warrior gene thing kicked in. The empathy went down. The fear went down. The aggression went up. Those 27 warrior genes got active. I'ma fix y'all. And Johnny did what he's supposed to do. He became a police officer. Why? Because he's gonna do the same thing an abused woman would do. All right, you got me. I was slipping. You got me once. Yeah, we're gonna get me again. And he did what he's supposed to do. This world based in conflict. You can go away. Or the psychopathy can stay. I just think it should go away. All right, Brother Daniel, on the last comment. Live, laugh, and love. LLL. I'm on that. That's how you move forward. Live your life. Live for living. Live for the living. Stop living for groups and races and nations and just dumb stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you. Laugh. Gotta laugh about it. You gotta laugh, Daniel, because you can't let dumb people think that you take them seriously. You can't let dumb ideas. No, take the people seriously, but let them know that you don't take their ignorance seriously. I don't take the Democrats seriously. I don't take the Republicans seriously. I don't take nationalism, America, the deep state. I don't take Russia seriously. I don't take the UK. I don't take none of the psychopaths seriously. None of them they say anything serious. They always say things tribal to control people, to create conflict. I don't take none of them seriously. Laugh it off. Don't make it real. You take them seriously, they can make devastation and racism and rape real and keep perpetuating this nonsense. And love. Absolutely, love. You just gotta love people. It does not matter the question. Love is always the answer. Always the answer. Always the answer. If you always apply love in every answer, then you're always in the right space. When you apply hate, control, conflict, you're always in the wrong space. Anyway, I gotta go. It's Gerard. I'm out of here. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a great day. North Korea is not denuking. Nobody ever concedes power. You have to make power go away. They're just gonna get some new Rothschild nukes and just not focus them at America. It's gonna focus them in a direction that you will believe. That's all that's happening. I gotta go. Y'all have a great day.